I'd like to thank you for taking out time, sharing your analysis with us on NewsX World. With that, viewers, we're shifting focus to more developments coming in. Lebanon's president has stated that his country and Israel should negotiate to solve pending problems between them, since war has not led to any positive results. These comments by President Joseph Aoun have come after U.S. counterpart Donald Trump brokered a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas in the more than 2-year war. Since then, there have been attacks and counterattacks between Lebanon's Hezbollah and Israeli forces, which intensified to a full-blown fight. And since the 14-month Israel-Hezbollah war ended with the U.S. brokered ceasefire in November 2024, Israel has carried out airstrikes in southern Lebanon targeting Hezbollah facilities that have left scores of people dead, including some civilians as well. Now, after the ceasefire in Gaza, the Lebanese president is now hopeful for the same between Israel and Lebanon too, and has stated that the conditions for doing so are moving towards negotiations in order to achieve peace and stability. Joining us on the broadcast is Mr. Peter Baum, foreign editor of Weekly Blitz from London. Thank you so much for taking our time and speaking to us on NewsX World. We've been seeing, as I mentioned earlier, airstrikes taking place in Lebanon itself. Hezbollah targets that are still operating over there have been struck by the Israeli Defense Forces. In the meantime, there have been demands by the U.S. administration for the disarmament of Hezbollah. Talks were, of course, underway, but they did not really, we did not really see any breakthrough regarding that. Do you think now the Lebanese president coming out and making this statement has been influenced by the deal between Israel and Hamas being realized?
Good morning, Pia. Thank you again for having me on your program. Yes, I do. Clearly, the ability of President Trump to gather such a meeting of prominent world leaders, and time again during his speech, whether it was in the Israeli Knesset prior to the meeting in Sharm el-Sheikh, and once again at Sharm el-Sheikh, he kept reiterating the need for peace and the need for other Arab nations to join the Abraham Accords. I have no doubt in my mind that this continuing pressure on Hezbollah in Lebanon, both politically and militarily from Israel, is purely designed to isolate Hezbollah even further and give confidence and support to the Lebanese government, headed, as we know at the moment, by the President Joseph Aoun, a Maronite Christian, and by Nawaf Salam, a Sunni Muslim, who only want to see Hezbollah disarmed from their geography. So I think Israel will continue with the military their military presence in Lebanon, where they see a Hezbollah threat, and I see nothing other than political support given to the President and Prime Minister of Lebanon from other nations in a further attempt to isolate Hezbollah even more than it is isolated at the moment. And it wouldn't surprise me at all if Lebanon became, perhaps with Syria or after Syria, but certainly following Syria, one of the new member states joining the Abraham Accords.
Indeed. In the meantime, we've also seen certain arrests taking place. 32 people have been arrested in recent months on suspicion of providing Israel with information on Hezbollah that have facilitated these strikes on the terrorist group. 9 people have in fact been tried by military courts, and 23 others are under investigation as well. This, along with the stalling of the disarmament of Hezbollah, all of this is taking place together. What does the Lebanese government really gain by doing so? And have they now realized that with peace being the path forward as outlined in the plan, there's not much advantage in continuing this path?
Okay, well, there's a couple of things here that have to be dissected. Now, don't forget, Lebanon still has Hezbollah not only as a terrorist military force, but also it's a political force within Lebanon. And Muslims, Shia Muslims, do make up a decent size of the Lebanese population. And also the Speaker of the House, Nabi Berri, is of the political group Amal, which is closely affiliated with Shia Islam. So domestically, Lebanon still has to do what's deemed to be the correct thing by its Muslim population who are still supportive of Shia Islam. Now, the thing that running parallel with that, of course, are, as we've just spoken about, the pressure being put on Hezbollah as a military force. And it's that which has to be concluded and where Hezbollah's strength has to be diluted. It's interesting too that because of what's going on in Syria, the Lebanese feel confident enough that perhaps they can achieve that objective. But still, they have to be seen to be doing the right thing to placate those in their population that are still supportive of the Shia and the Hezbollah movement.
All right, sir, requesting you to stay on with us. We're tracking some interesting information coming in from Syria. Syrian President Ahmed al